Sports presents high school football action as the Wildcats of Weymouth High play host to the Clippers of Falmouth. Good evening, everyone. I'm Martin Sharma. I'll call you play-by-play as the Wildcats have just made their way out into Legion Field for the final home game of the 1992 season as the Wildcats coming off a very hard-earned 8-7 victory over the Trojans of Bridgewater Raynham. Tonight, the Clippers of Falmouth, who will wait them to come out onto the field. The Clippers coming to the game with a 3-4 mark overall, as the Clippers have had some very interesting games this year, defeating Bridgewater in the final seconds, defeating Taunton in the final seconds. And prior to the game, I talked to Weymouth High head football coach Joe Kelly about the fact that, well, the 4-game losing streak was snapped last week as the monkey off the back of this ball club.
Yeah, a little bit, Mark. It was a nice win for us because Bridgewater Raynham is a quality team, and it was a good football game. We still make a lot of mistakes and do a lot of things that inexperienced teams do, but we played very hard. We played right to the end, and some good things happened to us.
You look back, it's a game, as you said, your team doesn't quit. That has got to be the first step in the right direction.
Yeah, that's a big positive step for us because against Quincy, I didn't think we played that hard. I thought we played very, very hard. I think the effort of everybody was excellent, and the fact that they never gave up at the end when good things happened to us, we were a very excited football team.
Let's take a look at Falmouth, the ball club that has been sort of Jekyll and Hyde this year. They had the 2-week streak where they knocked off Bridgewater and Taunton in the final seconds, but since then they've struggled. Do you just look at getting on them early, making things happen to put them still in a struggling type of mode?
Well, you know, struggling. They were down 21-14 to a real good Quincy team. Quincy scored in the last 30 seconds of the game, but against the second team. But this team is the team that causes us fits. They threw 32 passes against Quincy and completed probably 25 of them. They throw the ball. They get excellent receivers, and we prefer a team that just lines up and wants to come right at us. This is going to be a challenge this week.
How tough is it with the short week?
After you win, you could actually use the extra day because the enthusiasm is there. We've got to get our minds cleared today. It's Monday. We've got to get organized, and then we go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday's kind of just a dress day. And so this is a short week that the enthusiasm has to carry us because we're not going to have the time to prepare like we'd like to.
Do you match up well with Falmouth?
No, they get speed in the secondary on their receivers, and they boot like we're kind of a slow, strong defensive team with a little bit of speed problems, and they're quick. So no, we don't match up very well with them, but they're not going to run the ball at us. That's for sure. They'll throw the ball, and so we have to prepare for some different schemes in the secondary. Offensively, I don't know. You know, we're not a powerful offensive team by any means, so we're going to have to mix it up, run a little bit, throw a little bit. We don't match up as well as we did with Bridgewater Raynham.
I listen to radio on my CD quality, no commercials, no DJs. It'd be great, but then it wouldn't be radio. It'd be more like
Very cool evening for football here at Legion Field. Temperature dipping down into the 40s, actually. Perfect football weather. Michael Taylor to kick off for the Wildcats. Falmouth winning the toss and electing to receive as the Wildcats in their home maroon and gold uniforms pull up a chair as the Wildcats and the Clippers get on the way. And Taylor with a good kick that McDonald finally fields. McDonald getting away. Down the sidelines, and Chris finally grabbed at about the 37-yard line as 34, Michael Taylor with the tackle, and Falmouth getting excellent field position to start the game, and it looked like that they were going to have a lot of difficulties fielding the opening kickoff. Instead, they have excellent field position. Joe Kelly, the quarterback, as he will lead the attack. Mike Rose, one of his favorite receivers, Josh Mant, Chris McDonald, some key people, and an offensive line that has some experience for the Clippers of Coach Ed Winslow. A week week ago against Quincy. They put the ball up 32 times. Deep back in the eye is McDonald, getting it out to the 49-yard line to the middle of the Wildcat defensive line. As defensive tackle George Papachristos in on the stop. The Wildcats defensive
on the carry. Stop by
and an outstanding game. As it progressed a week ago, they get stronger and stronger in stopping Bridgewater Raynham. And they're hoping to continue that fine performance. A week ago, Jimmy Taylor, who had the big play offensively at the end, but Taylor also a good game in the secondary. 2nd and 9. And again, motion as Kelly zipping one deep over the middle. And he tried to get it to the man who went in motion, Chris D'Amatos. D'Amatos open for a second, but Jay Wilson closed quickly. And Kelly delivered high. 3rd down and 9 for the Clippers. As we're just on the way here at Legion Field, the day before SATs, and a tough day. Not only to be playing because you're concerned about as a lot of the players are the future with the SATs, but also the fact that they're also a 5 o'clock starting time. Kelly bootleg, gunning it deep downfield, and the Wildcats were fortunate because Mike Andrews got behind Jim Taylor, but Kelly threw it too far ahead of Andrews, who was wide open. It'll be 4th down. Just underway, Wildcats and Falmouth. Chris McDonald, who had the excellent kickoff return to punt. And Taylor Fernandez await the kick. McDonald with a little bit of pressure. Taylor on the bounce, makes a nice move. Michael with a good return to the 39-yard line, and the Wildcats will start there offensively. As Michael Taylor fielded it very nicely on the bounce, but a marker down on the play.
Taylor returned the ball a few yards, knocked out of bounds by Belzer.
Holding Weymouth on the return, and it was a crossfield where the flag was thrown. So the Wildcats' great field position.
The penalty on the field against Weymouth
will be tempered a little bit as they will start from the 29-yard line. The Wildcats offensively. Ely Pierce,
penalty against Weymouth,
who made the touchdown reception last week. As Pierce, Stanton, Donovan, Good, Keresy. The Wildcats hoping to get the offense back in sync.
Weymouth 12, 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line.
On the offensive line. As Keresy turns the corner, Keresy gets it out to the 32-yard line as Steve, trying to turn the corner, was brought down by Falmouth's Larry Ferretta along
Keresy brought down by
Steve Firmino. As the two with air to chop down Keresy after a 3-yard gain. 2nd down. As Firmino and Ferretta, the 2 linebackers for Falmouth. And their linebackers have a tendency to play off the ball and try to come at the Weymouth running backs, read where they're going, come that way. As Stanton turning the corner on the option, cuts it in nicely. Stanton crosses the 40 and out to the 43-yard line as he's brought down by Ferretta, but a 1st down run by Mark Stanton.
McDonald and Ferretta dropping Stanton.
So the Wildcats get a couple of runs to start the game, and Falmouth wants to talk about what the Wildcats have done so far. Wildcats getting a 1st down, and no score with 8 minutes to go here in the 1st period of play. For Weymouth High football, it's on the road for the rest of the season. Plymouth and Brockton. Last home game for the Wildcats. From the 43-yard line, the Wildcats with the 1st down. Should also mention the Wildcats soccer teams in the tournament. And we'll know the results of that tournament games. As Taylor on the option pitch, turns the corner nicely. Michael in the secondary, and down at the Falmouth 34-yard line is Taylor just about to break it all the way. Josh Mant brought him down, but Michael Taylor got an avenue to run and gets the Wildcats in the Falmouth territory. As the Wildcats run the option perfectly, getting the first down to the Clipper 34. Keresy. Donovan trying to lead him, could not get rid of Josh Mant, but Keresy does get 4 on the play. As Keresy getting it to the 30-yard line, Mant, along with Gargolitis in on the tackle.
Keresy on the run, brought down by Mant, help from McDonald.
I mentioned the Wildcat soccer teams. They will be in action while you're watching it, or have played their first round games, and wish those teams the best of luck. But the pay-for-play situation in the tournament, and that is why, if you can help pay for a tournament game, let us know. At Dimension Cable is Donovan straight ahead, inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line, setting up a 3rd and 4. As David Belasig brought down Donovan.
Donovan going through the right side of the line.
That is the situation in the tournament. To repeat again, the fact that it is a pay-for-play situation. We can show you the highlights on Weymouth this week, but that is the extent of it. 3rd down and 3 as far as football goes. Taylor hits the corner. Donovan gives him the block. Taylor getting it inside the 20 and down to about the 15. Michael Taylor giving the Wildcats the first down, as he has run the pitch off the option quite well. First down Wildcats, as they have moved the ball from their own 29 to the Falmouth 17 on the ground. Keresy bounces around, can't get away from Belasig. Keresy just getting back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. As David Belasig, who had a strong game a year ago against the Wildcats in Falmouth, made the stop, 2nd down, and now timeout is Falmouth. Again with a timeout with 5:36 to go opening period. Wildcats keeping the ball on the ground and are on the Clipper 18. For the Wildcats, it's been all on the ground so far. They are faced with a 2nd and 10 at the Falmouth 18-yard line here in the first quarter. No score in the game. There's Weymouth. It has been alternating between Keresy and Taylor running the football. And Stanton on the roll, his first pass. And Adam Good was open, but the pass was just a shade behind Adam. And Good had to reach back for the high pass. As Guy Miller on the coverage. But Good was open, the pass is a little behind. 3rd and 10 to go for the Wildcats. So the Wildcats got him Good wide open, but Mark Stanton a little high with a pass and behind Adam. And let's see if the Wildcats can keep the drive alive on 3rd and 10. Donovan in motion. Taylor trying to turn the corner. Michael does, but there are a couple of Falmouth players there to meet him. As Damian Palenza was there, along with David Belasig, was there to make the tackle, and it'll be 4th down as Taylor get 2 on the play, and the Wildcats will need 8. It's that time, Falmouth read the option, and they were awaiting the turn of the corner by Michael Taylor. So the Wildcats trying to keep the drive alive. Stanton on play action. Mark cuts back nicely. Stanton inside the 10. Stanton bowls his way to about the 8, and he is very close to a possible first down. They will measure. The spot of the football is the key. as Stanton got banged at the last moment by Josh Mant, who just knocked him down and knocked him forward. And that might have given Stanton just that much more.
Stanton taking it around the right side. Brought down by Dave Veltzer.
And it'll be the measurement and where the ball was spotted as Adam Good looks on to see if the Wildcats will be still on offense or back on defense. Adam Good says first down. He is right. 4:38 to go, first period. Wildcats first and goal at the 8-yard line. As the running game has brought them down from their own 29. Taylor and Kersey have run the ball well, but Stanton with a big fourth down run as Good in motion. Donovan slices off inside the 5 and down to the 3-yard line as Joe almost broke it in. Larry Ferreira just got him by the ankles as Joe just going off the block. So Gene Gomes and Dave Gillespie almost broke it into the end zone. So the Wildcats, having the football for 4 minutes so far in their first possession, have a second and goal at the 4. Donovan, Taylor on the pitch. Michael Taylor waltzes in for the score. Michael Taylor, who had the big run to start this drive, finishes it off with a pitch out and scores from 4 yards out, and Weymouth takes the lead. And Michael Taylor gets ready to try to boot the extra point as well. There's a 71-yard drive by the Wildcats. Gets them on the board.
To try for the extra point for Weymouth.
Taylor accounts for all. 7 points in the opening drive as Weymouth, with 3:38 to go, opening quarter, leads 7-0. A 71-yard drive, orchestrated by Mike Taylor's 4-yard touchdown run, has the Wildcats on the board as he kicks off. McDonald this time fields it at the 10. He's got the seam, and he gets knocked down by Dan Gorton. As Gorton coming down the sideline, that's where his lane is. And if Gorton doesn't stay on the sidelines, McDonald had that little seam and could have broken it. But Falmouth first down at the 30-yard line. So Falmouth, having trouble with the opening kickoff, gets the ball out to nearly the 40. And this time the Clippers field the kickoff very neatly, but are not able to get as good a field position. As they'll start from the 30 on first down, McDonald the deep back. Kelly on the roll. Campbell chasing him. And Kelly getting it out to about the 38-yard line as he just kept drifting away from Lee Campbell, who finally made the tackle, along with Adam Good. As Campbell was in pursuit, but Kelly with a little more speed. And Good helped Campbell close the gap, make the tackle, second down and 2 to go for the Clippers. Second and 2, and the toss pitch, it's McDonald turning the corner, and Chris, who played some quarterback against the Wildcats last year, gets the first down to about the 41-yard line. Clippers, who threw the ball on their first possession twice and did not complete any of the 2 passes on that first possession. Go to the ground, get the run by Joe Kelly of 8 yards, and then the 3-yard run on second down and short to get the first down. And clock stopped for a second. They want to check the clock. That's the reason for the whistle. as the clock had not started. And it's now back to what it should be. First and 10 Clippers. Kelly on the roll. Zipping one complete to the tight end. Steve Firmino, who was open in Weymouth territory to the 43-yard line. As Firmino just walked right in front of the two Weymouth safeties and made the catch for the first down. So Joe Kelly with his first pass completion. And he threw the ball very well a week ago. Toss pitch, it's McDonald trying to turn the corner. Chris, very little success in turning the corner. Adam Good, Jimmy Taylor, here to make the stop is Adam.
Running the ball around the right side, brought down by Adam Good.
It's Good from his linebacker position. Sliced over, and Jimmy Taylor at cornerback position stayed at home and made the stop, 2nd and 9. There's 1:26 to go, opening period. Wildcats on their possession here in this first quarter. March 71 yards, with Michael Taylor finishing it off with a 4-yard touchdown run. And Taylor hit the extra point to make it 7-0 as Kelly just drifting it out and overthrowing Chris D'Amatos. It's defensive coordinator Ross Tatora shuffling the troops here on this 3rd down and 9 situation. It's Falmouth spent the timeout to try to figure out what to do in this 3rd and 9 situation. Kelly on the roll. Trying to dump it off into the flat for 22, Mike Andrews. Roy Ward on the coverage, and Ward was with him. If Andrews caught the ball, it would have been a short gain, but instead it's an incompletion, 4th down and 9. And the Clippers, no pretense. They'll kick the football. McDonald to get off a line drive kick of a 33 yards the first time. Under a little bit of a rush. Fernandez, 10. Manny trying to get to the outside, and if Manny does, he can break it. As Manny gets it to the 11, he just could not get far enough outside to turn the corner. Mark Steele in on the tackle. 46 seconds to go in the first period. Weymouth has not had the better of the field position, but they do lead on the scoreboard. First and 10 Wildcats from their 10.
Weymouth's ball, 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line.
Wildcats go to the ground, as it will be Joe Donovan to the 12-yard line. Almost a safe play, and that you're in the shadow of their own end zone. And you also have the end of the quarter coming up.
Brought down by Firmino.
Wherever wind there is. Here's at the Wildcats back at the present time with 20 seconds to go. First period, 7-0 Weymouth. Kerosene bounces off Ferrida and can only get about a yard on the play. As Ferrida
ball again. Brought down by
down at the 13-yard line, and the quarter will come to an end on that play. 10 minutes are in the book as the Wildcats on their first possession move 71 yards for a touchdown and lead 7-0 after a quarter.
It's back. It's inside. It could only happen here. Inside the NFL on HBO. Thursdays, Len Dawson, Nick Monacotti, and Chris Collinsworth are the only team with every game every week. From last week's action to this week's prediction, no one tackles the NFL like Len, Nick, and Chris. Get off the sideline. Get on the inside. Inside the NFL.
Find out more than just the score this month on HBO and Dimension Cable.
It's played so far, and the Wildcats with a 7-0 lead. Michael Taylor's 4-yard touchdown run and point after kick to put the Wildcats on the board. 3rd and 7 from the 13 for the Wildcats. Stanton zips one behind Neely Pierce, who almost made an outstanding catch. It's Pierce on a quick slant. It was right in front of Joe Monahan, but pass just behind Pierce, however, almost came up with the football. That would have been a great catch if he did, and would have given the Wildcats a first down. Instead, they'll have to kick the football away. And Mark Stanton will be kicking the football away. Clippers, good punt coverage on Manny Fernandez, and then they made the stop on the Wildcats. As Stanton gets a high snap and then runs it out quickly. A line drive kick, McDonald on the fly. McDonald almost turning the corner, and he is able to get it to the 34-yard line. A dangerous situation in that Chris McDonald on a line drive kick had the momentum heading his way, and he was on the fly and almost turned the corner. But the Wildcats covered very nicely. But also credit Mark Stanton falling down the snap on the punt. Mark Stanton is not 6'3". The possibility of it going over his head and making it a 7-2 game was very, very possible. So the Clippers with the football at the Wildcat 33. Kelly with somebody in his face completes it over the middle of Firmino, who gets knocked down after getting the first down to the 22-yard line. As Adam Gooden is Joe Kelly's face on the pressure. But Firmino in front of Donovan makes the catch, gets the first down to the 22-yard line. Clippers trying to take advantage of excellent field position. Pitch, it's McDonald looking to throw. Chris, and it is incomplete. You had to wait to see if Mike Andrews made the catch, because Fernandez slipped going for the football as he was about to go after it. Andrews tried to go after it, and it looked like he had a chance to catch the football, and Andrews does not hang on to it. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10, and Chris McDonald is the backup quarterback for the Clippers. And he showed that he was just going to pass that football immediately. And the Clippers still almost got the touchdown. It was on 2nd and 10, Joe Kelly over the middle and almost has it intercepted on the deflection. Jay Wilson almost on the deflection had a chance. It was a long ways for Wilson to go after the football, but Steve Firmino just does not hang on to the football. It would have been a short gain if he does hang on. 3rd down and 10 for the Clippers. Not a big 3rd and 10 situation. And it'll be 3rd and 15 as Josh Ment is about to get the handoff on the play.
We have flags on the play.
But the tight end, Damian Calenza, broke way before the snap, and will set up a 3rd and 15.
We have offside against Falmouth.
The situation for the Clippers, get what you can on 3rd down and set yourself up with 4th and short. And that's sort of the way their offense is designed, with a short passing game. But instead they'll have 3rd and 15. And Kelly just straight back. And D'Amatos just does not hang on as he came inside, as he was split out. to the formation's right, and he just did the quick slant in over the middle, and D'Amatos does not hang on. It'll be 4th down and 15. So the Clippers move the ball with a pass to Firmino to start this drive, but now are barred down in a 4th down and 15 situation. Kelly just firing it back, screen, Firmino gets chopped down short of the 1st down at the 15, as Firmino made the reception on the screen that was set up nicely. But Roy Ward on the blitz came barreling in. Just missed coming in on top of Joe Kelly as a Falmouth player shaken up. 8:50 to go. First. Weymouth 7, Falmouth nothing. Steve Firmino, the injured player, got off, trotted off, more or less shaken up. Firmino took a couple of hits in that drive. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, who stopped the Clippers. Is Stanton on the roll. In trouble. Mark getting away. Mark just moving his way up the field and out of bounds. And they will mark it at the 23-yard line. The Wildcat quarterback had the pressure immediately and showed some excellent running on that play and breaking around the would-be tackler on the play, Damian Palanza, and getting 8 yards on 1st down, 2nd and 2. But Mark Stanton putting the Wildcats in a better situation, 2nd down and 2, instead of saying 2nd and 12, as on the counter play. Getting 1st down yardage to the 30-yard line is Kevin Burns. As Kevin gets a little avenue and just cut it up the middle very nicely, getting the 1st down to the 30-yard line as Kevin Burns, who in the one game played a tailback against North Quincy, had a 71-yard touchdown run that looked like it was going to give the Wildcats a victory over North Quincy on that particular night. Stanton on 1st and 10. Fernandez with a very nice catch. It was a little behind Manny and a little high, and Fernandez made the catch and immediately brought down by Chris McDonald. A 9-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 1. As the Wildcats try to get themselves into the huddle. Center Joe Collette said the huddle's at this spot in the field. Everybody else was going towards the middle. Instead, it was at the hash mark where the huddle was supposed to be. 2nd down for the Wildcats, and they'll need about a yard for the 1st down. Donovan banging and banging and getting the 1st down, crossing the 40 to the 41-yard line. As Chris McDonald brings down Joe Donovan along with Damian Palanza. Wildcats have had the success on the ground so far.
Donovan running the ball for the 1st down, brought down by Galzig in the bunch of his friends.
And it has been a situation there to get the passing game in gear. It could be a very, very tough offense to stop on this night. As Stanton on the roll, pressured. Mark will not get rid of it. He is going to be dropped back at the 38-yard line. Excellent pressure by Falmouth as they just came barreling through on the blitz and sucking Greg Golitis. Brought down Mike Stanton for a 5-yard loss. Saki, the nose tackle, was there to make the play, but Falmouth did shoot a linebacker through, putting the pressure on Stanton immediately, and then Greg Golitis was there to wrap up the Wildcat quarterback. On 2nd and 15. It's Stanton to throw. Donovan, the short man. Joe almost spinning away. Joe nearly got away from the linebacker, David Velasig. But Velasig was able to haul down Donovan. But the Wildcats do get 8 on the play and set up a 3rd down and 6 situation from the 47-yard line. In a very good situation the way they've run the football, especially with the option so far. And also you have the short passing game, which can be effective at this point. So it's a good situation at 3rd and 7. Stanton on the roll. Stanton gunning it deep downfield. Intercepted. Falmouth. Guy Miller on the interception.
Yes, was intercepted by
Neely Pierce was going behind the Falmouth defense, but Guy Miller just caught the pass that just hung up there for him. And Neely Pierce immediately brought him down. What it does act, though, as with 5:36 to go here in the first half, is almost like a punt in some aspect. It's a 43-yard pass downfield by Mark Stanton that was intercepted. Falmouth will start at their own 9. It's almost like, to point out, a 43-yard punt. And the Clippers will have 1st and 10 from their own 9. That's about the only positive as a football becomes loose on the draw play. Federico Jordan starting to break through, but Federico dropped the football and was able to recover on the bounce, and he gets 4 on the play, 2nd and 6. But Wildcats with the turnover. After moving the ball with 2 first downs and looking like they were heading for a 3rd first down. 2nd and 6. Play action, Rose flipping it over the middle and just trying to hit Mike Andrews, who was the closest receiver. But Kelly, under pressure, just gunned it downfield, and it'll be 3rd down and 6. 4:52 to go in the first half, and a 7-0 Weymouth lead. They scored on their first possession. And 6, and it'd be the Wildcats can put the stop here. They could get excellent field position. As Taylor looked like he was showing blitz. Kelly on the roll and getting the 1st down completion to Rose at the 28-yard line. The Wildcat defensive back comes out of the back of the football, but apparently he'll say that when Michael Taylor made the tackle that he was already down. And the officials call timeout. So Mike Rose gets shaken up on the play. Clippers getting a 1st down on the pass to Mike Rose by Joe Kelly. As Rose got into the seam of the Wildcat defense and made the 1st down reception. McDonald was falling forward, and Chris with an excellent run out to the 39, and that will be another 1st down as McDonald came down for the most part. And McDonald will say he was short of the 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 1. Second and about a foot, and Falmouth, a situation where they can play a game, so to speak, where you can go for the long, deep pass and hope on 2nd and about a foot. Because you can always come back and just run a sneak ahead. And instead, Federico Federico Jordan. And the Clippers try to run straight ahead and get the first down, but Brian Scott says none of that. And Brian making the tackle in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. Yeah, and 3 instead. And Brian Scott just came barreling through and made the tackle. Federico Jordan never could get away from Brian Scott. And it'll be 3rd and 3. So instead of 3rd and inches away, 3rd and 3 situation. Falmouth might change up with the leg pass with Kelly here on 3rd and 3. They go to the draw. It's Josh Mant getting away. Mant just spinning away. Mant to the secondary, and he could go. Dropped by Fernandez at the Wildcat 26, but Josh Mant could have been caught in the backfield, but Mant broke away. First down Clippers, Wildcat 25-yard line. And the Clippers, 2:50 to go in the first half, trying to get themselves even with the Wildcats, who lead 7-0. The situation with Josh Mant. Could have been caught at least in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage, but Matt just kept slipping away from Wildcat tacklers. Nobody wrapped him up. Kelly, dump over the middle. Firmino dropped at the 15-yard line. And Roy Ward with the tackle. Ward got the Falmouth tight end coming across the middle wide open and had to drop him before he got ahead of steam and headed towards the corner. So the man to run of 40 yards and the pass to Firmino of 10 has get the Clippers in excellent position. The Weymouth 15-yard line. Mant trying to get to the corner. Collette get some help in bringing him down, along with Roy Ward. The two are there to bring him down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, 2nd down and 5.
The ball carrier for Falmouth that time.
Will alternate with Chris McDonald at the tailback position. It's 5 on the counter, 2nd down and 5. 1:45 to go in the first half as Matt did go out of bounds. Kelly on the roll. Kelly in trouble. Dropped. Brian Scott from behind brings him down at the 9 and sets up a 3rd and 4 situation. This is Brian Scott. Let Kelly look upfield. And it'll be 3rd down and 4 from the 9. A 2-down situation for the Clippers. Once again, the clock slow to start. Timekeeper a couple of times here in the second period has been slow in getting the clock going. The clock now caught up to snuff. 1:28 and counting first half. 7-0 Weymouth, and the Wildcats looking for the big defensive play here. Trap. Mant gets bumped out of bounds, and where they mark it will be the key. The 2-yard line where Josh Mant goes out of bounds. First and goal, Falmouth with 1:14 to go in the first half.
Here's the ball carrier. Brought by Lynn Campbell.
Twice on this drive, the Clippers, in fact, 3 times on this drive, the Clippers have come up with a big 3rd down play. And set up first and goal for themselves at the 2. And heading into the corner of the end zone is McDonald for the touchdown. As Chris McDonald on the handoff by Joe Kelly just turned the corner and headed into the end zone for the touchdown.
Brings the ball over for a touchdown.
And the Clippers are on the board. I cannot give you the official time left in the first half. Once again, the clock not starting as it's a 7-6 game, and the Clippers apparently going for the point after kick. When the play began, it was 1:14 to go in the half. It's still there.
Rose holding for Lewis for the point after.
Lewis for the point after. Rose holding. He has 1:11 to go in the first half. And the kick is blocked. The Wildcats come up with a block with excellent pressure up the middle. As the Wildcats, Lynn Campbell falls on the football, and he may have gotten a piece of it. 1:11 to go in the first half. Wildcats 7, Clippers 6. A 90-yard drive by the Clippers, and 3 big third down plays. Bring them to within 1, 7-6 Tomatos. Spins one down. Taylor just buries his shoulder, and Michael gets it out to the 35-yard line.
Hernandez runs the kick.
1:05 to go first half, 7-6 Weymouth. And the Wildcats with the ball at their own 35. Good field position, and with a full complement of timeouts. Stanton, nowhere to go, gets knocked down at the 34-yard line. And a loss of 1, second down. Not the way the Wildcats wanted to begin this possession.
Domingo's in on the tackle.
Mark Stanton looked for the quick slant. Falmouth took it away. Stanton had nowhere to go and decided to just cover up. Second down and 11. Stanton, pressure, Stanton, upfield with a pass, incomplete. Did go out of bounds, so he did not get rid of the pass in time. Third down for the Wildcats with 19 seconds left. Stanton on the roll. Dump complete. Donovan trying to spin away. Joe will not go down easily as Joe gets it to the 40-yard line.
Brought down by
Joe Donovan took 4 hits, and that could be the final play. Clock says 0-0-0, and that will be the half. Wildcats on their first possession, march 71 yards. Falmouth came back with a 90-yard drive. The difference of Michael Taylor, extra point. 7-6 Weymouth heading into the locker room at halftime.
There's going to be a rapper for a picnic table. Need it to go.
Of Earl Harmon, drum major Lisa Connolly, and color guard captain Kristen Bennett. The 1992-93 Weymouth High School Wildcat Marching Band.
7-6 at halftime, Weymouth, and let's watch the Wildcat Marching Band.
got the microphone, phone, saxophone, trombone, even harmonica. Give me a dope beat and a down chair. Lay up, track for track, all your people on the side, the front, the back. Straight up, get into this, cause this is what I'm getting with. In other words, this is it. This compact dictionary, the fonts is worthy, necessary. My funk, hip-hop, bebop, a combination of sound, we put this together. Well, that's so dope, let's make it.
7-6 at halftime. Weymouth with the lead. We'll have the second half for you here on Dimension 36. Stick with us. Don't go away.
Nice job, ladies.
Chris D'Amatos to get us going here in the second half. Wildcats 7, Clippers 6. And D'Amatos spins one down. Taylor on the fly at the 15. Michael. And the Wildcats will have the football at the 37-yard line. And that's where they'll start.
Mike Taylor covering kickoff, running up, brought down by Mann.
First half, basically, Weymouth started off strong. Falmouth finishing up with that drive after the Stanton pass was intercepted by Guy Miller. For the most part, first half, Weymouth's running game versus the Falmouth short passing game. Wildcats go to the ground to start the second half and get about 3-4 yards from Steve Keresy. As Larry Ferradar brings down Keresy.
Keresy with the ball, brought down by
a 4 on the play. 2nd and 6. After that first possession, the Wildcats did have had a possession where they got a couple of first downs, but they hadn't put anything consistently together after that first possession, as Keresy gets cut down at the line of scrimmage, and David Velasig cut him down as Keresy just getting back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 6. Wildcats looking to get something going on their first possession here of the second half. Third and 6 from the 41, and Stanton, quick pass. Fernandez doesn't hang on. As Manning gets banged on the play by Chris McDonald, but the pass a little bit behind him, and it'll be 4th down.
To Fernandez. Incomplete. So the Wildcats on their first possession here in the second half. Steve Keresy getting a good run at first down, but unable to do anything after that. And Mark Stanton the kick. Last time Mark had the field a high snap. He took it off a solid kick. This time good snap and a high kick. Very high. McDonald, fair catch. Takes it at the 29-yard line. And Falmouth will have the football there. And the Clippers went 90 yards on their last possession. On your 29-yard line.
Well, the football at their 29, and now it's about the only success the Clippers did have in the first half was that one drive. Wildcat defense did play solid football in that first half. And movement, top of your screen by tight end Steve Amino. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Clippers.
We have a penalty out in the field against Falmouth.
1st and 15 for the Clippers. We'll see if they change up.
what they had been doing. 1st and 15. For the most part, it has been a running play on 1st down that they have used. They go to the ground. Chris McDonald unable to get to the outside because defensive end Joe Collette would not let him get to the outside, and it is a gain right back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 15.
Brought down by Joe Collette.
That's the Wildcat defensive end. Just stayed at home on the counter play and would not let McDonald break to the outside. 2nd and 15. From the 24, Kelly on play action. Airing it deep downfield. Andrews with a reception. 1st down, Falmouth at the Weymouth 42-yard line. And if Kelly got it on the stride to Andrews, it was 6 points Falmouth. Joe Kelly just a shade behind. Mike Andrews had to come back for the football, but Falmouth with the 1st down. Pass reception is on a 2nd and 15. Mike Andrews just got behind the Weymouth defense. 1st down, Clippers. Matt breaking through. Matt brought down by Campbell as Matt just got the good open hole from his right side of his line and just barrels for 14 and a 1st down. And the Clippers adjustments.
1st down for Falmouth on Weymouth's 27-yard line.
Apparently going a little deeper with the pass play to Mike Andrews and the draw play. Very well run by Josh Mant. Kelly will run. Kelly gets an excellent block heading to the sidelines as Larry Ferretta just took out Jay Wilson. And Kelly getting it down to the 17-yard line. Very close to a 1st down. In fact, he does get it. 1st and 10 Falmouth at the 17.
1st down for Falmouth.
So the Clippers have come out after the legal procedure play and then no gain on 1st down. 3 successive 1st down plays. Down to the Wildcats 17. They have moved the football as they go to the ground. Mant again, not the success as Josh gets it to the 14-yard line. 3 on the play. George Papachristos, Adam Good make the tackle. 2nd and 7.
Hands with the ball. Brought down by Cunningham.
6-12, left 3rd quarter. 7-6 Weymouth. Falmouth trying to change that here. Kelly zipping it back over the middle, and the pass is not caught as it was intended for Jordan. As Federico Jordan is open for just a moment. Federico doesn't hang on. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 for the Clippers. You can look for Steve Firmino, who's been the out man here on 3rd down situations. He's the top part of your screen. It's the tight end. Top part of your screen. 3rd and 7. Kelly rolls, firing back over the middle, deflected away as he tried to go to D'Amatos or Andrews, but more red and gold shirts were there as Ward knocked it away, and it'll be 4th and 7. Andrews and D'Amatos were in the middle, but there were 3-4 maroon and gold shirts right there, and Roy Ward knocking the ball away, and it'll be 4th down. 4th and 7. And Kelly to throw. Over the middle, deflected away as the Wildcat defense, either Jay Wilson or Joe Donovan, deflected the ball up and away as it was intended for Mike Andrews, and Andrews was coming across the middle on the post pattern and was open. And the Wildcat defense comes up with a stop after 3 excellent plays in that Falmouth first possession drive, and they move the football from the 29 to the Weymouth 15, but it stalls out. But 3 excellent plays for the Clippers on that drive, but the Wildcat defense comes up with a stop, and they'll have the football at their own 15. And a flag down procedure.
Tells you the ball, and we have flags thrown out on the field.
It'll be 1st and 15 for the Wildcats. It's Weymouth putting themselves in a hole.
5-yard penalty against Weymouth. Illegal motion.
Something you do not want to do in this part of the field is make mistakes like that. 1st and 15 for the Wildcats. Procedure will be calling the Wildcats again. Taylor heading to the outside. Another marker down. Taylor getting 9 on the play.
Taylor with the push out. But again, we have flags out on the field.
And they'll say that Joe Donovan headed upfield too quickly. Wildcat offense almost huddling up in the end zone. 1st and 20 coming up. Fine, 27 to go in the 3rd period.
Illegal shift. First and 20 for Weymouth on their 5-yard line.
Stanton rolling out. Stanton getting outside. Mark just could not keep his balance as he gets it out to the 19. It's 2nd and 6, believe it or not, coming up for the Wildcats.
Running on the left side, pushed out of bounds by Mann.
It's Josh Mann. Just got a fingertip, realistically, on Mark Stanton. If Stanton could just kept himself from just being able to keep that 1 foot in bounds, heading upfield, Stanton could have been running for a long, long ways. Second and 6 coming up, and it has been a quiet 3rd quarter for the Wildcats. Draw play. Keresy getting back to line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the play. 3rd down and 5.
Keresy with the ball, stopped by Walker.
Falmouth able to cut down Steve Keresy before he could ever get going on the play. 3rd down and 5. Big play here. The Wildcats like to keep their hands on the football. Stanton will run. Mark just could not get that step up field. This mark was cut off by number 75
in on that tackle on Stanton.
for the Clippers. Sean Walker is looking down at my program, like he started fumbling the program, so to speak, and he prevented Stanton from getting the first down. 4th and 2. Smart just under a shed. Sean Walker would have had the first down. And Stanton rides out a line drive kick that might have hit McDonald. Wildcats put their hands on the football. I'd be curious. That looked like it had hit Chris McDonald. If it didn't, McDonald really has good magician hands. He pulled his hands away very, very quickly. 3:29 to go, third period.
1st and 10 on the 36-yard line.
And the Clippers will have the football at their 36. Wildcat defense put to the test, begin the half, but the Clippers couldn't punch it in. And movement again on the Clippers. This is how they started their first possession in the second half, with procedure. And they will go back 5 yards. 1st and 15, and Clippers last time.
Against Falmouth, 5 yards.
Donald couldn't gain anything on first down run. And then the big pass to Mike Andrews. As Kelly just found Andrews open, and if he got it to Andrews in stride, it would have been disastrous for Weymouth. 1st and 15 from the 31, and I believe we'll have 1st and 20. As the Wildcats had showed blitz, Falmouth might have fouled up their snap count with the Wildcats showing blitz, and apparently that's what happened.
5-yard penalty against Falmouth for illegal procedure.
Weymouth did this in a recent possession. Ended up getting a 14-yard run on first down. Couldn't get the first down. They came up 2 yards short when the possession ended. Falmouth, see what they do on 1st and 20. And McDonald gets 5, 6, 7 yards on the play. And Weymouth ends up with the football upfield. I'm saying McDonald was already down. Brian Scott ended up with the football.
McDonald with the ball. Brought down by Donovan and Ward.
McDonald to the 34-yard line. 2nd down and 12 for a first down. And we had the 3 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. 7-6 Weymouth. Damatis in motion. Kelly. Deep over the middle. Caught Andrews. First down. Weymouth. 36-yard line. Michael Taylor on the tackle.
Kelly pass complete to Andrews.
As Andrews,
Brought down
the
by
deep
Mike
post
Taylor.
was open, and he received the football right where he wanted to and just started the turn upfield. And a first down for Falmouth. The Clippers have been able to run the deep post effectively here in the second half and getting downfield. Jordan gets it inside the 35 and down to the 31. Brian Scott on top of him.
Jordan, the ball carrier for Falmouth, brought down by Papa Christos of Weymouth.
Joe Collette also there. 2nd and 5. Federico Jordan. And the Clippers in a short situation here on 2nd down. 1:35 to go, third period. And they go to the counter trap again, and it's McDonald. It'll be short of a first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. Adam Good.
McDonald with a hand block.
On
Picked up by Joe Donovan.
Chris McDonald at the
We have a ticket
26-yard
drawing
line.
for the 50-50 drawing.
3rd and about a foot.
The number on the ticket is 176489. 176489. The person with this ticket, please come up to the announcer's booth.
3rd and about a foot. Falmouth goes to McDonald on the pitch. McDonald to the outside. McDonald almost breaking it. Chris getting the first down to the 20. Joe Donovan brings him down. Chris McDonald.
McDonald carried the ball, brought down by Donovan.
Moving the football here in the second half. The Wildcats just trying to hold on. They lead 7-6. First and 10 from the 20. Kelly will run. Kelly just puts his head down and gets knocked down at the 11. Michael Taylor, along with Jay Wilson and Roy Ward, there to bring him down. And then we'll finish the third quarter with that run. Falmouth will have a 2nd and 1 coming up, going into the fourth quarter. As Weymouth with a 7-6 lead after 3.
If you would take a star and put it next to a house, if you could, a star would be like 20 feet bigger than the house. When it's nighttime in our world, it's day in their world.
By providing 70% of all television designed for children, your local cable company is making sure there's more to kids' TV than Saturday morning.
If there's no gravity right now, you can jump all the way over those trees. All of them.
Wow. Numbers so far, Weymouth scoring their first possession, marching 71 yards. Falmouth scoring just before the end of the half. 7-6 in favor of the Wildcats, but the Clippers will ball at the Wildcat 11, 2nd and 1. Wildcat defense here in the second half has been pushed back on their heels. They did respond on the first Falmouth possession as they stopped the Clippers at their 15, but right now it's a tough situation as Matt trying to get outside, gets the first down, 1st and goal Clippers at the 9. Brian Scott and Roy Ward bring him down.
Means the ball carrier, brought down by Scott.
The counter play that has been run by Falmouth has been run effectively when they've needed yardage. 1st and goal from the 9. For the Wildcats. Situation where they'd like to force the turnover. McDonald barreling through the middle, gets it to the 5. Joe Donovan with a tackle. Joe, Chris McDonald in the hole. They'll mark it out to 4.
McDonald carried the ball, stopped by Donovan and Friend.
Wildcat defense now facing a new formation, power I. It's McDonald the deep back in that power I, and Falmouth figuring that's the way they're going to have to go as McDonald gets it to the 2 as he spun off Donovan and was able to push himself forward. 3rd and goal. .8:43 clock ticking away. 7-6 Weymouth. Falmouth threatening.
Donovan and Lexner in on the stop.
And McDonald, forget it. Good defense. The Wildcats just blocked the middle up and would not let Chris McDonald get through the middle. Michael Taylor, Joe Donovan and company all sitting there. George Papachristos, Adam Good. 4th and goal.
McDonald on that carry, stopped at the line by Papachristos.
Falmouth He'll be going for it, and be interesting to see what the call is, considering the fact that the running inside hasn't been there. Fourth and goal from the 2. Kelly on the bootleg. Kelly, touchdown. Joe Kelly just cut it back inside and scores with 7:43 left. And Falmouth takes the lead 12-7. As the Clipper quarterback just cut it inside nicely. And now the decision. And a big decision for the Clippers because 7:43 left. Wildcats can put the stop here. They get the opportunity. If they can get down and score to take the lead. Kelly in trouble. Ward brings him down, and it's a big play. 7:43 left, 12-7. The Wildcats try to get the offense back in gear. The Clippers go on a 65-yard drive, a couple of big plays. Get them the touchdown run by Joe Kelly. He made a couple of big pass plays. And it's the kickoff that Joe Donovan fields and goes up the middle and almost breaks it. Getting it out to the 44. Joe just couldn't get that one more step through the middle seam, and if Joe does, Wildcats take the lead. 7:37 left in Weymouth. Down 12-7. First time in the game that they had been down. We'll see how they answer. Kerosene. Steve spinning away. Kerosene just bangs his way into Falmouth territory to the 46, very close to a first down.
Dropped by Moynihan.
As Steve almost breaking it, he'll be about a foot short.
An announcement here, a car has its lights on.
Joe Moynihan.
License plate number 634.
Kerosene down, but
your lights are on.
matter what.
634.
Kerosene went through the hole quickly and almost broke it. Second and about a foot. Stanton quickly. Fernandez gets away almost. First down, however, as McDonald with the tackle. But Manny on the quick out tried to turn it upfield. McDonald had a good angle on him and prevented him from breaking it upfield. First,
we don't have anyone claiming the 50-50 number yet.
Yard line.
The number again is 176489.
First down, Wildcats at the 36. Kerosene can't get away. Kerosene stopped by Sean Walker as he gets the gain of 1 second and 9. 6 minutes, 12 seconds left. Wildcats and Falmouth. Dimension 36, Mark Deshaun with you. 12-7 Falmouth. As Weymouth scored first, Falmouth came back with a touchdown run by Joe Kelly in the second half to take the lead. Stanton, deep downfield, and unable to pull it in was Scott Gerard. Gerard was right there and had the opportunity. He was wide open, but doesn't pull it in. Third down. 5:48 left. Third down and 10. The Wildcats want to get something here on third down and 10. Flags down, maybe delay.
We have a flag on the play.
Procedure, Weymouth. Third and 15. for Mark Stanton.
Illegal procedure against Weymouth.
A big situation, to say the least. It's, you know, you want to put yourself in a 3rd and 10 situation, or 3rd and 15 like they are now, but a situation where they got to get at least 7 or 8 yards, set up a 4th and short. Stanton firing it deep over the middle. And Manny Fernandez doesn't hang on. As Stanton laid it in perfectly, Fernandez doesn't hang on. 4th down. Wildcat quarterback had the throw there. And Manny Fernandez just doesn't hang on. 4th down. And the Wildcats will give for it down 12-7 with 5:38 left. Feeling that this is the way that they've got to make it happen. Complete. Pierce, almost breaking away, down to the 19. Ely, Pierce.
He is complete. Brought down by
The thing about that play with Ely was the fact that when he made the catch over the middle, he turned it upfield very nicely, gets the 1st down, and the Wildcats have it with 5:20 to go, down 12-7, and now they'll take a timeout. 5:16 left, 12-7 Falmouth. 5:16 left, 12-7 Falmouth, and Weymouth coming up with a big 1st down play. The Wildcats taking the football, beginning this possession with a Steve Kerosene run, and then keeping it going with a Ely Pierce reception over the middle on a 4th down play, and a big play at that. 4th down 15 situation. Falmouth shows blitz. Stanton fumbles the football and gets the bounce right back into his hands. As the blitz right through the middle, and Stanton
in the backfield, recovered by Stanton
away from him. 2nd and 15. 4:58 clock ticking away. Wildcats trying to get the right complement of people out there. And they have to hurry here. Stanton, quick dump. Donovan had it with Field staring him in the face to run around on, and Joe doesn't hang on. 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15. And a big play coming up with 4:25 left.
3rd down, Weymouth. 15 to go for
Rare to see the least with Joe Donovan hanging on to the football. Stanton rolling, in trouble, drop. Back at the 29 is Mark. Just never could get himself free. Scott Pimentel in on the stop. He just would not let Stanton get outside of him. 4th down. And the Wildcats have to get it to the 9-yard line on this 4th down play with 4 minutes to go.
Stanton dragged down by number 71.
And Weymouth will send the timeout. 3:53 left, 12-7. Falmouth.
9-0.
4th and 20 for the Wildcats. 3:53 left. They trail 12-7. And they come up with a big play once again. Stanton pressured. Mark can't get away. Seki Gerolitis in on the tackle. He got him by the ankles and wouldn't let go. Falmouth ball, 3:47 left, and the Wildcats come up empty, moving the ball down to the 20, the first down play. When they got to the 20,
in on the tackle
was the big play. Where they could not run the play that they wanted. They wanted to run an option play. But Falmouth was able to knock the ball away from Mark Stanton, who recovered the fumble. And they'd set up a 2nd and 15, and the Clippers with a foul with 3:47 left. Wildcats have got to come up with the turnover or force Falmouth into 3 plays and punt. McDonald bangs his way for about 3, maybe 4. Is McDonald getting it out to the 36-yard line. And now the Wildcats will spend the timeout with 3:31 left. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Clippers. Wildcat defense trying to come up with the stop here. 2nd down and 7 from the 36. Trailing 12-7, trying to get their offense one more opportunity. And a gain of a yard as Chris McDonald gets knocked down. 3rd and 6 coming up. Wildcats in the timeout. 3:23 left. And the Wildcats make the stop here on 3rd down and 7. 3rd down from the 37-yard line. Falmouth needing to get it to the 43. 3rd and 6. Clippers go to the pass over the middle, and Kelly does the Wildcats a favor in that he throws it incomplete. Weymouth with only one more timeout left, and with 3:19 to go, Falmouth to punt. Falmouth giving Weymouth a big break on that play. Chris McDonald to punt on 4th down. 3:19 left. And McDonald just getting it away. Line drive. Fernandez down the sidelines. Manning looking for the avenue. Manning with a cutback. He may go. Touchdown, Manny Fernandez! With 3:04 left, a line drive punt, and Fernandez found the seam and took off. And the Wildcats are on top. As Manny Fernandez made the superb move.
approximately 65 yards.
And the Wildcats senior wide receiver made the cutback nicely. 3:04 left, and the Wildcats have taken the lead.
Get in the wall, get in the wall, you got one. Go, 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 go,
Wildcats have considered going for the 2, and the thinking is simple. Give them a 3-point lead with 3:04 left. Delay a game. And I don't know if we caught it bottom of the screen. Head coach Joe Kelly absolutely livid at his team.
Flag out in the field, delay of game against Weymouth.
And now the Wildcats will have to try from the 8. And a week ago, that was successful. .304 left. 13-12 Weymouth. Manny Fernandez just giving them the lead on a dazzling 65-yard punt return. And all sorts of movement. And we'll whistle the play again.
We have a flag in the play out there.
Ball will be on Weymouth or Falmouth. Procedure, Weymouth High. Wildcats putting themselves in an even tougher situation.
Procedure called against Weymouth. 5-yard penalty.
Throw it. You don't need the points. Don't throw it in the center.
Going for 2-point conversions the last 2 weeks for this ball club has been an adventure, to say the least. Stanton keeps. Mark circles back. Mark is in. Yes! Mark Stanton with a beautiful piece of running for the 2-point conversion. 3:04 left, 15-12 Weymouth. Manny Fernandez touchdown run on the punt return, but the toughest 2-point conversion he'd ever won. 15-12 Weymouth. And Michael Taylor kicks, sinks down to McDonald. Chris McDonald looking for the sidelines. McDonald slowed down by Taylor and then dropped at the Weymouth 49. Chris McDonald almost breaking.
Running kickoff back, stopped by Taylor.
And for the Wildcat defense, not what they wanted as far as starting this possession, this type of field position given to Falmouth. 2:56 left, 15-12 Weymouth.
Falmouth ball, 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Straight ahead run, gets about 3 yards as Josh Mant. Just going up the middle. 2nd and 7 coming up for the Clippers. Surprisingly go to the ground to start the drive.
Papa Cristo's in the tackle.
Second and 7. Kelly on the roll. Kelly to keep. Kelly slowed down and dropped by Jimmy Taylor and Brian Scott.
Kelly on the keeper.
Brian Scott slowed down the play, and then Jimmy Taylor with Scott wrap it up. Timeout Falmouth with 2:10 left. 15-12 Weymouth. Falmouth needs to get it to the 40 on this play, or else get close enough where they can cash in on 4th down. As it's Mant, nowhere to go. Jimmy Taylor just hangs on, along with Joe Donovan to make the stop. It'll be 4th down.
Carry that ball to Falmouth.
As Falmouth going to the ground. 4th down with 1:56 left in a timeout. Falmouth. Wildcat defense would love to stop right here. 4th down. 6 to go. 1:56 left. Weymouth 15-12, and Kelly delivering complete. No, dropped by Rose, who was open. It would have been a 1st down, and Rose shows his disgust, and the Wildcats just have to kill 1:52.
Weymouth takes over the ball.
Oh, the break went Weymouth's way. And it's just a matter of holding onto the football. Falmouth with 3 timeouts left. And the Wildcats
1st and 10 for Weymouth on the 45-yard line.
One 1st down. They could wrap this thing up. And the Wildcat running game, which was successful in the 1st half. Fernandez ushered to get to the other side of the field by Stanton. Stanton will run. Mark looking to stay in bounds, and Mark almost putting the ball up for grabs, but he does get the 1st down. Marker down. And I don't know on that one.
Stanton runs the ball up the left side.
Stanton just did a little high stepping. It stayed in bounds with 1:42 left, and that's what the Wildcats do not want to do, is get a penalty after that run by Stanton. personal foul. Falmouth and the Wildcats getting a big break, as apparently Falmouth did not take too kind to Mark Stanton the way he ran the play. And as soon as the ball is set, Weymouth offense can take their time. Clock just starts ticking it away. Weymouth will take their time with the ball at the Falmouth 27 and try to wrap up their second straight victory as the Fernandez punt return. The difference in this game. Stanton running very nicely. Stanton inside the 20 and down to the 17 is Mark with a nice piece of running and timeout Falmouth. So Wildcat quarterback just trying to lead his team to their second straight victory. 1:07 left, 15-12 Wildcats looking to do some dancing tonight after winning their second straight. Second and about a foot for the first down for the Wildcats. With 1:07 left. And Joe Donovan trying to bang for the first down. Even if Donovan does not get the first down in this play, it's not a bad situation if he does it, as Falmouth will take the timeout. The reason being is the Clippers spend the timeout with 1:01 left. We'll talk about it in a moment. Third and a yard, and the thinking was before the timeout, even if you're not getting the first down in that last play, you're still third and short. You're forcing Falmouth to take the timeout. Just getting a first down as Stanton just slides into second base after getting the first down. And Marcus had an outstanding quarter. He's come up with some big plays. Falmouth spends their last timeout. The Wildcats just 56 seconds away from celebrating their second straight victory. Couple of knee touches on the Wildcats will be 3-5, and they have come back to pull this one out. Special teams, the difference in this one, it almost cost them too. It's the Wildcat quarterback, Mark Stanton, just looks back as he gets banged on the play. But the fact of the matter is, you look back at it, special teams, Michael Taylor hitting that point after in the first half where the Wildcats blocked the point after. It made it a 7-6 game. And it forced Falmouth, when they get their second touchdown, that they had to go for the two. The Clippers could not get the two. The Wildcats do get the two, have a 3-point lead. And, well, the Wildcats are able to do it with just one more knee touch. Stanton just putting it down, waits for the official, hands on the football, and the Wildcats will win this second. Mark Stanton, Manny Fernandez, and company come up with the big plays in the fourth quarter as Weymouth pulls out a 15-12 victory. Michael Taylor scores the Wildcats' first touchdown and kicks the point after. Chris McDonald then answers and makes it a 7-6 game at halftime. Falmouth could not get the point after. I think it was blocked. 7-6 at halftime. And then in the second half, a touchdown run by Joe Kelly. Put Falmouth ahead 12-7. But Manny Fernandez, 65-yard punt return, the difference. And then Stanton, the 2-point conversion run, in the Wildcats win their second straight. They finished up the home season with 2 straight victories. They're on the road. It's Plymouth next to the Wildcat football team, then Brockton. Weymouth 15, Falmouth 12, and I tell you once again that MIA is pay for play as far as tournament games do go. So that's why we're not bringing tournament games as far as the soccer teams go. You know, somebody wants to help put the funding towards those games, to mention cable or call. But Weymouth football-wise, 15-12 win over Falmouth. For everybody, it's Mention 36. Glad you joined us. Wildcats are now 3-5 in the season, heading to Plymouth.